The invitation is to notice each time our thoughts change to something else, our emotions move to a different emotion, or even physical sensations like different sensations popping up in the body. And the purpose is really to be very intentional about it, because we are practicing mindfulness to be in the present moment. And so noticing change is one way to keep us grounded, keep us focused. Now, in meditation, it is very common and very normal for the mind to just wander off, because that's how the mind operates. It will wonder, it will think, it needs to cling on to something, it needs to hang on to something, it needs to do something. So really the invitation is to notice those tendencies and then just letting that be as best as you can. And that's really the intention of why we practice, so that we pull ourselves away from that striving mode. That striving mode is what causes us to be distressed. It's the one that causes us to need to do something. It causes us to be restless. So the invitation is to just let that be gentle to yourself. And so if you're ready, then we'll start now. So in all our practices, you can choose to sit on the floor, on your cushion mat, you can sit on the chair, or you can even choose to stand. And in midway in the practice, if you feel a bit uncomfortable, you can choose to stand, or you can then move from the chair to the floor if that works for you. But I would otherwise, I would really recommend just sitting as still as you can. So if there's that need to do something, just seeing if you can just let that be. Because the mind always wants to be busy, right? It doesn't like to sit still. So here we are trying to just allow the mind to just be, and not having it to constantly need to strive. And closing your eyes if you wish, or just keeping them open if you prefer that. That makes you feel more at ease. And legs, feet on the floor, or just sitting cross-legged. Whatever that allows you to sit upright or stand quite upright. Just feeling the feet on the floor. If you're sitting cross-legged, then just noticing how the legs are tucked underneath. Sensing the hands, fingers. Noticing the curve of the spine, the weight of the body on the chair or mat. Just checking in the posture, noticing are you sitting in a very curved way or fairly straight. Or slouching. So slouching makes us sleepy. So I would encourage you to just sit up as upright as possible. Just chest wide open, but not overdoing it. Just being as that sort of normal, comfortable position. Softening the shoulders. And just noticing the face, facial muscle. Sometimes tension gets built up there. And giving yourself permission to just soften the muscles of the face. Noticing the jawbone, the hinge of the jaw connecting to the ears. Around the mouth, any tension there? The neck. And the shoulders. Sometimes the shoulders becomes like a storehouse for tension, stress, the overuse of computers. Perhaps breathing into those sensations that you might be feeling in the shoulders, between the shoulder blades, or just underneath the neck. Just imagine breathing into that sensation and out. And feeling the chest area. Are we holding many things in there? Worry, stress, fears. Just as best as you can, just acknowledging whatever that's arising in the chest area. And as best as you can, just holding them with gentle awareness. So not pushing those feelings away, but just holding them in awareness with kindness. Recognizing that it is okay to have emotions, to have tension all stored up. And just all we have to do is just acknowledge it. And as best as we can, not adding more judgments. And just simply holding it in gentleness, kindness. And dropping down further, noticing the belly. As you take an in breath, just feeling the belly muscle expanding. And then the belly muscle contracting as you take an out breath. And it can be very gentle movements of the belly. And using that to keep yourself grounded. Thoughts may be coming and going in the mind. For now, just bringing the mind back to the belly. Keeping the awareness on the sensations that are felt in the belly as you take an in breath and out breath. And if there are no particularly strong sensations, it's perfectly fine too. And if the mind keeps stealing attention, keeps hijacking your attention from the belly, well, noticing the change in attention as it moves to the thoughts. And then gently bringing the mind back to the belly. Or if you're noticing some sense and feeling of restlessness, not being able to sit still, feeling tired, sleepy, feeling you need to do something, noticing those changes that are taking place in the mind or in the body with a sense of kindness. Planning is going on in the mind again. My to-do list in my mind again. Impatience. And as best as you can, just sitting back and just observing whatever that's arising, like a witness to your changing experiences moment by moment. Or if you're feeling doubtful or concerned whether you can continue in this practice, then just noticing the questioning mind, how the mind keeps changing from one point to another, moving from questioning, answering, questioning, answering. As best as you can, just observing without needing to add more thoughts or add more judgment, but just simply noticing thoughts and coming back to the belly. If you're feeling tired, zoning out, just then acknowledging that feelings, that sensation, and just breathing along with those sensations. And if you wish, you may also open your eyes intentionally, mindfully. And noticing how the mind may be shifting to something else, from a questioning mind to maybe a judging mind to an analytical mind. And then coming back to the belly. Using the belly to keep you steady. Or you may be noticing how uncomfortable it is to sit without doing anything. And just noticing where that discomfort is. Is it in the mind? Is it a thought? Is it a sensation? Is it an emotion? Yes, best as you can, just acknowledging that and just accepting it for what it is. And choosing our response if we want to engage with those experiences or just choose to bring the mind back to the belly. You're feeling unsure or not very confident about the practice or feeling uncertain, and just acknowledging with kindness that feelings of uncertainty, feelings of doubt. Just welcoming your changing sensations, changing experiences for what they are. And if you wish, then just choosing to bring the mind back to the belly to anchor yourself. Just appreciating how moment by moment our experiences can change. We're thinking about one thing, and then next thing you know, the mind's off to something else. Or how our emotions can change from feeling calm, then bored, feeling excited, then tired. But just welcoming whatever that's arising. as they are. As best as you can, not needing for experiences to be of a certain way. Not needing ourselves to meditate in a certain way to achieve a special state of mind. Just letting go of all that needs and desires. And just welcoming whatever change that keeps arising in the mind or in the body. So in closing this practice, as you stay on in silence, I shall read you this poem called New Chapter by Denis Martindale. One chapter ends, another starts. Just like another game of darts. New thoughts take hold, new people speak, past characters play hide and seek. New meals are made, new shows are seen, and move on to greet some pastures new. The sky above is just as blue. Transcend the traumas life inflicts, and soothe the wounds with gentle licks. Patch up the heart that drips life's blood. Refuse to wallow in the mud. Cherish the chapter that's just begun, and close the book on the previous one. So whatever we are experiencing, it's for the moment. And each moment changes. When you're ready, just sending appreciation to yourself for staying in this practice. And also appreciation for those in this space. May you be well. May you stay safe.